day after Sienna left me with her proposal, my life continued in a relatively normal fashion. I said goodbye to my father, who was still trapped inside of our pet goldfish. I ate breakfast, cleaned my alien wedding ring, and headed to school. Just a normal morning, without any talk of aliens, or interplanetary wars, or ceremonies of any kind. Even so, after such an abnormal day, there was no way I could go about my day in peace. Every waking moment I wondered about what had happened, and the choice Sienna left me. I stayed up most of the night thinking about it, but this really isn't a decision I should be rushing. Getting married is a huge deal, especially as I'd be marrying into royalty. I have my own servants. I'd rule over a planet. If nothing else, it certainly wouldn't be boring. I could experience an entirely new way of life, not to mention all of the cool alien technology. And yet, do I really have the guts? I've only just met Sienna. I couldn't do something as impulsive as marry her. Could I? This whole situation is utterly absurd. How can I even consider going through with it? And then, Benjamin Franklin said, "Hey, Azure, are you listening to me? It would be exciting, and no life on Earth could ever hope to compare to it. But what would I be getting myself into? I need more time, more information. The way things are, I can't..." Oh shit, sorry. Azure! Eh? What's happening? I knew it. You fell asleep in class again. I didn't fall asleep. I just... No more excuses. Go to the vice principal's office right now. Ugh, not again. I knew I shouldn't have bothered coming to school today. With another boring day coming to an end, I quickly made my way home. Despite being in the school for the day, I spent most of my time outside of class, being reprimanded for my behavior. As a result, the day passed even more slowly than usual, giving me ample time to think about Sienna's proposal. "Sienna, are you there?" Saving. I shouted into my silent home as I entered the living room. However, I could see neither hide nor hair of Sienna. My father, who was laying on the floor and floundering like a fish out of water, was the only person I could see. "Sienna?" I entered my bedroom, softly calling out as I entered. "Ah, you've returned. How was the learning prison? Have you fulfilled your sentence for today?" I considered correcting Sienna, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized there was nothing to correct. I guess so. Though I spent very little time actually attending class, I was mostly trapped in detention. Ah, I see. So that is what it means to have a detention. A person from the learning prison called, asking for your father, and informed me that you had a detention. I asked her to elaborate, but she just told me about you, not about this concept of captivity within captivity. Once again, I couldn't fault Sienna's summation. It's not like I was trying to get in trouble. I was just deep in thought. "You mean to say it's my fault that you were punished?" No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't blame you for that. But you're right, that is what I was thinking about. I see. Even after thinking it over all day, it was difficult to reach a decision. A single day was not enough to reach a decision on something as irreversible and life-changing as marrying the queen of another planet. Nonetheless, as my deadline approached, I knew what I wanted to do. "Sienna, I want to you." Eh? What are you saying? Where did you learn to speak like that? Huh? Did I say it wrong? I mean, that certainly is a stage of but still, to jump straight to that. Did I say something wrong? I was trying to use the word you used yourself, but I must have said it incorrectly. What I'm trying to say is, Sienna, will you marry me? Eh? You mean it? You marry me? After all? Yeah, that's right. Yes. Sienna, even if we barely know each other, the truth is, my life has been more interesting these past few days than has been the rest of my life. If a life with you is even half as enjoyable, then I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You really mean it? You're not just saying this out of pity or a sense of duty as the ring bearer, are you? No way. I wouldn't sign my life away over something as silly as that. Sienna, if you'll have me, then I want to be your king. Sienna continued to stare into my eyes with a look of pure joy on her face. Tears formed in the corners of her eyes, though never streaming down her cheeks. Ah, jeez. If Sienna starts crying, then I won't be able to hold back either. Driven both by curiosity and desire to keep Sienna from crying, I moved on to the next step. So, Sienna, what do we do now? How do we perform that ritual thing you were talking about? Hee. What are you talking about there? You already said it yourself. In other words, we consummate our marriage. Consummate? I don't get it. Well then, let me show you. Sienna closed the distance between us, taking my body into her arms. Ooh. She held me close, tightly squeezing my face into her breasts. Sienna, what the heck are you doing? Shh. Just leave it to me. I may not have many experience, but if my partner's my fate as yours, then I'll do my best. That's cute. After a long night of passionate lovemaking, Sienna and I woke in one another's arms. Though we both cleaned up and dressed before bed, there were still obvious stains on the bedsheets, and just looking at Sienna was enough to make me blush. Even so, after making up my mind yesterday, I knew what I needed to do. Are you really sure about this? If you don't want to go, nobody will force you. Will you stop saying that? I already made up my mind. Okay. Well then, is there anything you need to do or to bring? Interplanetary travel is neither easy nor instantaneous. We won't be able to return for a while if you forget something. Hey, who do you think you're talking to? I have everything I need right here. I patted the suitcase I packed less than 1 hour ago. Inside were mostly clothes, but I also packed a picture of my family, some snacks for the trip, and a couple of books. Really? Then I suppose you'll at least want to say goodbye to your father first. My father? Why would I want to do that? I love Papa, but there's no way I could even begin to explain all of this. So let's just leave him alone. I see. So be it then. I'll put your father in his original body, and we'll be on our way. Sienna touched her arm guard as though typing on a computer. She input the necessary commands, and a moment later, sounds began to emanate from downstairs. My eyes! Dear God, what happened to my eyes? Oops, I guess that's what happens when you go a few days without blinking. Your father appears to be in a lot of pain. Don't worry about Papa, he's tough. Right. Well, just remember all of this when you become a father. Me? Become a father? Good one, Sienna, but I know that's not possible. Even if a girl can be king, it's still impossible for me to impregnate someone. Oh, I see. So, two partners must be of the opposite sex for procreation between humans to work. That explains a lot. But we aren't humans, are we? Not both of us, at least. So worry not, my king. I shall bear your child yet. What the fuck? You will? Absolutely. In fact, after the wild night we shared last night, I have little doubt that your seed has already been planted. What are you talking about? How is that possible? It's simple. During our bonding, we exchange ample bodily fluids. Using the excessive amount of DNA I extracted from you, my body will begin to create and nurture life. This is how humans procreate too, correct? Well, she's not wrong, but I don't know if I'm really cut out to be a father. But there's no use complaining about it now. Indeed. Well then, let us move off. We have a planet to rule, my liege, and a lot of work ahead of us. So that was it. That was really good. Oh. Since the day Sienna and I left Earth, many months have gone by. I have been living on Mars, slowly being groomed into the role of a king, preparing to rule by Sienna's side. Our daily lives have been busy, filled with duties I never thought royalty would need to concern themselves with, but even then it's been anything but boring. Aww. She still doesn't look like she's 18. Seriously, look at that. What the fuck? Look, my king. The resurrection of yet another monolith is nigh complete. At this rate, our civilization will be built sooner than I dared dreamed. No sooner had we announced our marriage than the reconstruction of Mars began. Every day the people of Mars have been working hard, rebuilding the cities long forgotten. Amazing. To think that we've already made it this far. I never knew being a king could feel so rewarding. Haha, this is only the start, my love. Just you wait. By this time next Earth year, you'll be taking part in yet another rewarding venture. Sienna patted below her stomach as she spoke. She's talking about children again. I'm thankful that Sienna put off that particular aspect of marriage while we rebuild Mars, but is it really that important that we have children so soon? At any rate, I can't wait to see Mars once the resurrection is complete. It will be wonderful to see the civilization you knew from childhood. Indeed, though not as wonderful as... As Sienna and I spoke of peace and revelation, we were greeted by a painful reminder of how far we had to go. What appeared before our eyes was a semi-autonomous fighting unit, designed for interplanetary war. Fortunately, the unit that appeared before us belonged to the kingdom, not our adversaries, so we were not at risk. Nonetheless, it's almost time, huh? This really won't end without a fight. The unit that appeared before us surfaced in response to a growing need, and to the danger we would soon face. As a tool of war, its presence signified the start of true conflict, our strongest asset in any fight from here on out brought to the surface. The mightiest war machine at our disposal, the personal fighting unit of the late King of Mercury. That's the machine I'll have to use, right? Although Sienna kept relatively silent on the subject, I had already figured out that much on my own. As the new King of Mars, and by extension of Sienna's lineage, the new King of Mercury, that machine was rightfully mine. Furthermore, it is said that only a true leader can pilot such a massive unit, leaving only Sienna and I capable of taking up the reins. But with absolutely no experience fighting, let alone using such a machine, the whole concept scares me. If it comes to that, yes. War is already imminent, and you will be more of a target than any other. If the dissenters breach our defenses, you may have no choice. Sienna sounded remorseful as that foreboding message. True to her words, while many were thrilled to hear of our reunion, others saw this as a betrayal of the people and an excuse to escalate the ongoing conflict. It's scary to think that we're already facing the possibility of death. Back on Earth, I would have jumped at the opportunity to pilot something like that, but now... Agreed. This is not how I wanted to spend our early days together, ruling side by side. However, as though as it may be, we cannot allow ourselves to show weakness, neither in front of our enemies nor our allies. We bear the will of the people on our shoulders, and we must put up a brave front. We must continue to work hard, for the sake of the people, for our people. And if war truly is the only way to settle this, we'll be ready. Aww, that was nice. A little short visual novel. Took me around an hour. It basically took me an hour to do. That's nice. I mean, my voice is completely gone. My mouth is so dry. That was a nice little visual novel. So, guys, if you want to check out this visual novel, even though I just went through the whole of it, but if you want to play it yourself, it is free on Steam, so you can check it out. I've been Hydronis, and I'll see you in the next episode or the next video series or whatever. Bye!